Hey amigos, welcome back to Latina Life. We've made it. The last month of the year is here. We can do this. So since we've been staying at home so much, I thought I would talk about some tips and tricks to really enjoy being home. So something I like to do every week is I make a soup. So sometimes I get together with my family and we make it together. So I really like Thai food, and there's this soup that this local restaurant makes that's amazing. It's called the Tom Kha soup, and it's coconut milk soup. You can probably find it at any Thai restaurant. So I wanted to replicate it. I thought it was great, and it was delicious, and it was easy to make, and all week I had leftovers, and I was able to eat this soup and make a sandwich and be able to have like a soup and sandwich for lunch. And that's been really nice when you're kind of busy and on the go. It's nice to just be able to pull out something out of the fridge that you've made ahead of time. I'll put the recipe down in the description, and I could do a video on it if you guys are interested. So something that I think is really important when you're staying home is to do things that you're passionate about. And I know sometimes that's hard when you're passionate about rock climbing and all the gyms are closed, right? I really like to play music. I think even listening to music is inspiring. I love playing music, I love writing music, and that really gets me in a good mood and gets me more connected to myself, my thoughts, my feelings, and when you feel close to yourself, you feel happier, more confident. So lately I've been really listening to Adele's new album. It's called 30, and it's so amazing. She really does an incredible job of sharing from such a deep personal place. And I think that shows true vulnerability. Vulnerability is one of the hardest things to master in life, because being vulnerable sometimes can make us feel weak or insecure, or like we're putting ourselves out there and we can get hurt easily, right? But being vulnerable is the best way to connect with other people, because everybody has vulnerabilities and doubts and fears, and when we share our doubts and fears with other people, they can see themselves reflected in us, and we can create a connection. So my favorite song on the album is called Easy on Me, and it's a beautiful song, and I loved the piano in it. And I don't have any formal training. My dad gave me very basic lessons as a kid, but YouTube's amazing, you guys. And I went up and I looked at a tutorial on how to learn the song. It was fun, and it really built my self-esteem to be able to see myself getting better. Because at the beginning I couldn't play it at all, and it was overwhelming, and I was like, okay, this is too hard. I'm a beginner. But the more that you put effort into it, the better you get at it. And at the end of the day, I felt really good about myself that I was able to play such a beautiful and complex song on the piano. Learning a new skill is always a way to build up your self-confidence and your self-esteem. Do what brings you joy. Put up art on the wall that makes you happy, and it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of it. And I think that's the true secret of happiness, is just to be able to fill your life with things that bring you joy, fill your life with people who bring you joy, and forget about the rest. I caved, and I put up Christmas because it's beautiful, and why not? I have a little mini tree, and it's a really I live alone kind of Christmas tree. So this year for Christmas, my family and I decided that we didn't really want to go into the consumer culture of just buying a bunch of things. Spending money is not the only way to show our affection for somebody or our love for somebody. And I think that our culture needs to relearn that. So this year my family and I did a Secret Santa hat pull. We all picked one name. There's 6 of us. And so each of us has somebody that they have to buy presents for. And that way everybody gets presents on Christmas, we're not overspending, and everybody is happy, our wallets are happy, and we're not wreaking havoc on the environment. What really matters at the end of the day is just spending time with your loved ones and making memories and showing people you care by knowing what they like and what's gonna bring them joy and gifting that to them, right? And if that's things, great. I mean, I'm asking for a pair of wireless headphones for Christmas because it would make my life a lot easier. So we can bring joy that way too, and we can show we care as well. We just don't need to overspend so that Christmas becomes a very stressful situation where we feel strapped and like we're broke. That's not the point. So another skill that I've learned this year is soap making. It's been so much fun, and I have so many soaps now, and I'm so excited to gift them to all my friends and family. I think it's nice being able to gift people with things that you make yourself, or things that they see that you've spent time and effort on because you care about them, right? I have some over here you can see. Look at how cute. I create my own scents, so I buy all these beautiful scents and then I blend them together to create my own. Oh yeah, it smells like Christmas. I know this time of year can be really tricky for a lot of people. Maybe your family's not as close as you'd like them to be. Maybe you don't have family where you're living or for any circumstance. And maybe there's distance in your family or a lot of trauma or problems, especially with what's going on in the world right now. I think it's brought a lot of conflict into our lives. We can all get sad. We can all feel a little bit depressed and unmotivated, especially during this time. So say I don't clean my apartment, I don't clean my kitchen, I don't tidy up my room, I start feeling bad about myself. I start feeling that I must be lazy or I must be, messy and unmotivated and I don't have my life together. And the worse it becomes, the harder it is to pick that ball back up and keep going. And so it becomes this perpetual cycle. And sometimes it can be hard to break that. I think something that's really helped me is to just do a little bit at a time. Don't look at everything as a whole because it can be overwhelming sometimes. We all know the feeling of having a clean kitchen and how good that feels. Nobody likes doing chores. Nobody likes cleaning. So try to make those things more enjoyable. Like I have a friend who does housework and listens to podcasts. I think that's really cool because she's being productive in more ways than one. And for her, that works. For me, I find it hard to pay attention to something when I'm doing something physical like that, and everybody's different, right? But for me, I put on my favorite album, blast it, and then I do dishes and sing along and vacuum and do all the things I need to do and just do it in one go, a burst of energy, and then it's done. And some people like to do it slowly throughout the week, like they'll vacuum today and then tomorrow they'll clean the bathrooms. So you have to do whatever works for you and find a way to make it enjoyable. What can I do? What's one thing I can do to make this more enjoyable? Even if it's lighting a candle. Sometimes involving our senses helps a lot. Like with music, we involve our hearing. Okay, we're listening to something that's giving us energy, that's making us feel whatever it is that you want music to make you feel. By including things like our scent. Like during Christmas, if you light like a cinnamon candle or peppermint candle, and it takes you to another place. It puts you in another reality, another state of mind. And so sometimes doing small things like that can make our home and the things we have to do around our home more manageable and more fun, more pleasurable. And I think that's kind of the key to it. Sometimes it's as simple as just taking a shower. It can change your state of mind. Sometimes at the end of my shower, I use cold water because it kind of shocks my system. And sometimes if I'm stuck in a perpetual cycle in my head, it kind of snaps me out of it. So try to find different things that work for you. So take that shower, wash that pot because you will feel so much better afterwards. And all of us are so addicted to instant gratification. Social media and all of the media that we consume, it's all instant. It's streamed, it's now. I think sometimes it stops us from really working towards the things that we need to do in order to get what we want. And something that's important to note is that big things, big goals, and big dreams, those things don't happen overnight. And they require consistency and patience. Something we also need to think about is what kind of media do you consume? Maybe you're watching, the news all the time and that's all you're watching. And so it becomes stressful and you take on the problems of the world as your own. But it's important to know when to step away and take some time for yourself. Something that really helps as well is to exercise. Whether you're into yoga, there's tons of tutorials online. Running is free. And even if you don't like running or jogging, take a walk, Look around you, breathe the fresh air, and spend some time with yourself, because I guarantee you that you're gonna feel so much more connected and so much more confident. I don't have any equipment at home, and I know a lot of people don't either. Something you can use is soup cans. It's unconventional, but it works. And if you don't need really heavy weights, then it's perfect. You can use stairs, you can use your own body for resistance, work out with a friend. I think moving our bodies is really important for us and our mental health too. And on the Latina Life channel, the gym has never gone well. Gavi has had some serious problems at the gym, so forget it, who needs it? And that's it. I wanted to wish you a happy December. I hope you have a beautiful month and you are happy and you get to spend time with people you love, doing things you love. I'm going somewhere in the new year and I'm very excited to take you guys along with me because you're gonna get to travel with me. I'm going to a destination for 2 months and I'm really excited to create content in a different country and to be able to shake things up, live my life a little bit differently, and get some new ideas, some fresh ideas for new content and experience a different culture. I think there's going to be a lot of comedic situations being in a different environment, so I'm really excited to write more episodes for you guys and create a lot of fun content. So stay tuned to find out where it is. If you have any guesses on where I'm going, you can comment below and let me know. And I hope you have a beautiful holiday. I will see you soon. Don't worry. We'll talk again. Thank you guys for being here. I hope that this video was useful and I hope you enjoyed spending some time with me today. So stay happy, stay laughing. Bye, amigos.